What's going on, world? Welcome back to another Money Moves episode. Let's go ahead and dive in to see where the money and the funding has been flowing in the world of technology. Atai Motors raises $20 million as India's robotics industry grows. Atai Motors last week announced a $20 million raise. The funding arrives as the Indian-based Autonomous Mobile Robots (AMR) startup looks towards global expansion. The firm hopes to tap into increased demand for domestic manufacturing in the US, India, and Southeast Asian nations as countries look to lessen their dependence on China. The 7-year-old startup, which has a manufacturing and R&D facility in Bengaluru, has developed 7 distinct robots, 2 of which are currently in testing and will be available starting this quarter. The robots can move trolleys, bins, and pallets in a factory or warehouse. Atai Motors robots come with 3D LiDAR sensors and have spatial awareness. This enables these robots to work even in a tough environment where harsh weather, including rain, can impact manufacturing. The robots can also move on various flooring conditions and even handle gradients, cracks, or oil spills in their path. The startup offers a robotics as a service (RaaS) model to let companies lease its AMRs. Atai Motors says it has deployed hundreds of its Shepra robots across 40 manufacturers as its customers, including Airbus, Cetiris, Forvia, Hyundai, Samsung, and TVS Motor. Of its total customer base, 80% are in the automobile sector and the US dominates its revenues. Therefore, the startup plans to expand its North American presence in Detroit. The all-equity Series B funding was co-led by Walden Catalyst Ventures and NGP Capital. It also featured existing investors including True Ventures, Xfinity Venture Partners, Athra Venture Partners, and Bloomy Ventures. Redwire acquires UAS provider Edge Autonomy for $925 million. Redwire Corp recently said it is acquiring drone provider Edge Autonomy for $925 million. The space infrastructure developer said it is broadening its portfolio of mission-critical space infrastructure to include combat-proven autonomous airborne platforms. Redwire said its capabilities include avionics, sensors, power systems, critical structures, mechanisms, radio frequency systems, platforms, missions, and microgravity payloads. The Jacksonville, Florida-based company serves civil, commercial, and national security programs and said it has worked in recent years to strengthen its position as a provider of defense technology. Redwire recently added 2 space platforms for its technology portfolio, Thresh and Mako. It designed them for software-defined, AI-enabled autonomous operations in low Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, and geostationary orbit. In addition, the company is developing very low Earth orbit spacecraft or orbital drones. Redwire agreed to acquire Edge Autonomy on a debt-free, cash-free basis. The deal is subject to customary working capital, cash, and debt adjustments. In more Money Moves news, AI startup C-React lands 25 million euros to give dumb robots better brains. Stuttgart, Germany-based C-React has secured 25 million euros to advance its embodied AI software that enables robots to carry out tasks they were never trained to do. Early Spotify and Klarna backer Credium led the Series A round. Existing investors Point9 and Air Street Capital also chipped in, as did several prominent angel investors. These include former Formula One world champion Nico Rosberg, ex-DeepMind product lead Mida Gassasi, and past Skype exec Ott Kokfer. C-React's embodied AI acts like a robot's brain, allowing them to analyze and even learn new jobs on the go. This is thanks to a machine learning technique called zero-shot visual learning, which allows AI to understand and interpret images without prior specific training on those types of images. The model, dubbed PicGPT, makes robots smarter. It also means humans don't have to pre-program them for each task, saving time for the companies that use them. Firms like BMW, Daimler Truck, Bowl, and Active Ants have already adopted C-React software at their factories. However, the startup is now looking to venture beyond the warehouse. C-React said it will use the fresh funding to develop new robot hardware platforms such as mobile robots and humanoids. The company also plans to expand its US presence. AI vision startup Metropolis acquires Alsto, formerly known as AnyVision, for just $125 million. Metropolis, an AI-powered parking platform, has acquired Alsto, the controversial computer vision acquisition company that used to be known as AnyVision. TechCrunch understands that the all-stock deal is valued at $125 million, just one-third of the $380 million that the startup had raised from investors over the years, and likely a fraction of its peak valuation. Metropolis Tech is used in 4,000 locations, and the company says it processes some $5 billion in payments annually. It is understood that Metropolis is now in the process of fundraising at a valuation that is approaching $5 billion. Osto investors, which include SoftBank, Fifth Wall, Lightspeed, DFJ, Eldridge Industries, and others, received Series D preferred stock in as part of the Osto transaction. The basic plan for Metropolis now will be to use Osto Tech to enhance Metropolis capabilities around computer vision and parking environments rather than to expand to covering a number of other use cases. Over time, it could include more applications where customers regularly drive or walk in and out of a business environment, and an example would be drive-thrus. Axoflow raises $7 million seed round led by EBRD to unlock high-quality security data and reduce CM costs. Axoflow, a cybersecurity startup revolutionizing the way enterprises collect and handle security data, announced that it has raised a $7 million seed round led by EBRD Venture Capital. All existing major investors, Credo Ventures and E2VC, have significantly increased their stakes in the company, reaffirming their belief in Axoflow's mission and the trajectory of its growth. The new funding will be used to further develop Axoflow's pioneering security data curation pipeline that dramatically improves security data quality and reduces associated costs without the need to write code. In short, making high-quality security data more accessible for better detection, response, AI, and compliance. Axoflow platform eliminates the need for manual, code-heavy data wrangling by offering a pipeline that automatically handles data from a broad array of security sources, including syslog, which can still account for over half of all security data. Already trusted by large enterprise customers, Axoflow is well positioned to serve hybrid enterprises looking to optimize their security data pipelines either in the cloud, or prem, or in air-gap environments. For the next Money Moves news, we have Elios raises $60 million Series C to transform behavioral health with AI agents. Elios, the leader in AI for behavioral health, announced a $60 million Series C funding round led by Greenfield Partners with participation from existing investors such as F Prime Capital, 8 Roads, Menlo Ventures and Ion, and new ones including the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation, Union Tech Ventures, and Centerstone. This round brings Elios' total funding to over $120 million. The company will use the fresh capital to expand its offerings, grow its commercial team, and push into underserved segments of behavioral health care, particularly substance use disorder (SUD) treatment centers. Post-acute behavioral health care, an $11 billion market historically underfunded by health tech, is a core focus of Elios' growth strategy. The Series C announcement coincides with the company's launch of a powerful new clinical documentation improvement (CDI) product, Elios Compliance, developed with guidance from legal and regulatory experts retained by the National Council for Mental Well-Being. Elios Compliance gives behavioral health organizations near instant review of every submitted progress note. Leveraging agentic AI, the next generation of AI that proactively surfaces insights, Elios Compliance flags potential documentation errors before they can trigger costly fines or payment clawbacks. Elios uses the large data set of real-world treatment sessions to power proprietary behavioral health AI technology and is the first behavioral healthcare company to leverage multimodal large language models to process multiple data input types simultaneously. In the next Money Moves news, we have MoneyHash. MoneyHash, which provides single access to payment services in MENA, banks $5.2 million. Egypt's MoneyHash, which helps merchants across the Middle East and Africa manage complex payment stacks more easily, has raised $5.2 million as it scales to target large enterprises. The pre-Series A comes around a year after its last funding, when it announced a $4.5 million seed round in February of 2024. The area that MoneyHash works in is classically described as payment orchestration, and its star has risen with the growth of online transactions. Across Africa and the Middle East are many different challenges due to various payment methods and currencies. This is where payment orchestration platforms come in by aggregating automating and simplifying these payment processes across regions via APIs. MoneyHash integrates with a merchant's payment providers to give its customers a simplified way of working across that stack. It offers features like a unified API for pay-in and payout operations, customizable checkout, advanced transaction routing with fraud prevention, failure rate optimization, and detailed reporting tools. The company also supports recurring payments, virtual wallets, subscription management, and payment links, delivering an all-in-one solution for merchants. Global fintech investor Flourish Ventures led the round. Other investors include Saudi's Vision Ventures, Arab Banks Accelerate, and Emergo Keppel Ventures. The round also welcomed participation from Jason Gardner, founder and former CEO of Marqeta, and existing investors GitHub founder Tom Preston Warner and Coatue Ventures. IoT Smart Energy expansion is funded by $525 million in bonds. Delta Electronics has announced a $525 million bond issuance to accelerate the development of next-generation IoT-based smart energy saving solutions to support AI, smart manufacturing, e-mobility, and the energy transition. The issuing of overseas exchangeable bonds through the Taiwanese company subsidiary Delta International Holding Limited is expected to help the company optimize the efficiency of its working capital to support expansion and new technology development. Delta is positioning itself as an industrial and commercial brand with offerings for both industry and market consumers. To achieve this, it is acquiring expert firms from the US, Europe, and Asia to form a robust industrial and building automation solution ecosystem. It is also looking to develop automotive powertrain products for electric vehicle OEMs. In our next Money Moves news, we have Vertis bags $50 million for its AI-powered SaaS spend platform. Vertis has made a name for itself over the years in the crowded world of expenditure management by focusing on applying AI to optimize an area where businesses are sinking hundreds of billions of dollars annually, software and cloud spend. The London-based startup's business has grown 13 times in the 3 years since its inception, and it has now raised $50 million in new funding to expand its vision. Lakestar, a new investor in the company, is leading this Series C round. Perpetual Growth and CV Private Equity, as well as previous backers, Bessemer Venture Partners and 83 North, are also participating. The startup has now raised around $100 million in total, and while it's not disclosing valuation, sources close to the company tell us it is around $500 million. The size of Vertis customers has grown too. Its clientele now number in the hundreds across Europe, the US, and Asia Pacific, including the likes of chip giant ASML, Euronext, Grant Thornton, and banking behemoth Santander. Gardner predicts that spending on data centers in 2025 will increase by more than 9% and just under $5 trillion, so it isn't surprising to see Vertis working in a crowded part of the enterprise market. Alright, so that's just some of the money moves happening in the world of technology. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you took something away from it. Also, with bringing you these Money Move Edition videos, it's important to know that these companies are all around the globe, and with this funding, they might be providing opportunities to hire on more people or give people the opportunity to grow with their team. So you can always look into these companies, see if there's an opportunity for you, because you never know what can happen. So before you go, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe, and then check out these two videos right here. Let me know what you think down in the comment sections below, and stay tuned for the next video.